Hi everybody, it's Doreen and welcome back to day 13 of my Christmas card series. Now today I decided I'm going to do something different for everybody. I'm going to make a card and it's one of the quickest and fastest card I have ever made. And I'm not going to use the die cutting machines at all. And I wanted to make this card for those of you who do not have a Cameo or do not have a Gypsy or a Cricut, so that you can see that you can still make cards even if you don't have a die cutting machine. You can still make the card even if you don't have the Spellbinder Card Creator dies, which I have been using throughout the series. And the reason why you can make this is because I have been giving you the measurements for your layers, and I'm going to give you the measurements for the layers in this card as well. I just use the card creators because I have them. So now, what does this card look like that's so simple, quick, and easy to put together? This is the card that we will be making, and with this card, we're just using simple embellishments that you can pick up at Micheal's, JoAnn's, or Hobby Lobby. So come on and join me, and I'm going to show you how you can make this quick, fast, and easy card. Okay everybody, so I'm going to bring up the supplies so we can get started making this card, and I promise you this is the quick and easy and the simplest card that I think that I've ever made. So now, the card that we're going to make, I'm using some of the Recollections metallic cardstock. And this cardstock measures 8.5 by 5.5, and I've taken and scored it in half to make it a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch card. So the next thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and open up my card again, and I'm going to lay down my first layer. Now the first layer, I'm using the Spellbinders Card Creator dies, which is by Spellbinders, and I'm using the basic A and the basic B, but you do not have to have these because I'm going to give you the measurements for each layer. So now for our first layer, it measures 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So we're going to get out our scrap sheet of paper and get some tape on here, and we'll just lay down our first layer. So I'm going to make sure I got my tape going all the way around, and because I'm not adding any ribbon or anything, we can just get our tape on here and then we can just lay this layer down. And this cardstock is just some cardstock that I've had for a while. I don't know who it's by or where I got it because I've had it for several years. So now I've placed my first layer down, and I'm ready to add the next layer. But before I go ahead and put on my next layer, I'm going to put the two layers together. So now, let me just get this tape off because I was designing the card before I started recording. So now, this layer is going to be, if you have the Card Creator, it is from the Card Creator letter B. And this piece measures 3 7/8 by 5 1/4. And that would be for right there. But before we take that down, I've gone ahead and cut out my next layer. And I think I'm going to have it facing this way. It really doesn't matter. And this is from the Card Creator letter A. And this piece measures 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these two layers together because I'm going to add this rickrack on both of these layers. So I want to go ahead and take my top layer down first. Now this cardstock is from a paper pack that's by DCWV. I don't have the name off the top of my head, but I will put it somewhere in the video or down below in the description bar. So once again, I'm going to get out my scrap sheet of paper, And I'm going to get some tape on the top layer, and then we're going to add that to the middle layer. So I've gotten my tape all the way across. And then I'm going to just add this to this layer. And I'll just line this up and place it down. Like so. So now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and add our rickrack before we tape this layer down to this layer. So I'm just going to eyeball this, and I'm going to place this about right here. So what I want to do is just put a small piece of Tombow tape down here to hold my rickrack, because I'm going to use the cheater method to put this down. So I'm going to just press down, because our tree or our embellishment is going to cover pretty much a lot of this rickrack. So technically I didn't have to cut a whole piece like this, but I just went ahead and did it anyway. So I'm going to flip this over, and then I'm just going to take some tape and tape this down on the back here, like so. But before I tape the other side, I do want to make sure it is lined up even. And then I'm just going to flip it over. And if you want, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not in camera frame. If you want, you can cut some of that off. Like I said, I just cut a piece. I didn't do any measuring. So I'm going to take my tape and put that on there. And that looks like it's lined up. So now we're going to take this piece and we're going to add it to our card. So let's get some tape on the back of here, on the edges, and then all the way around. And then of course we need to get our tape in the middle. And then we can add this to our card. So now I'm going to lay this down and just press all the way around. So now we have our card with our 3 layers. So now this is where you don't have to have a die cutting machine at all. You can just take some recollections or any type of embellishments to dress up your card. That's why I said this one's going to be a quick and easy one, and you really didn't need a die cutting machine to do this. So I'm just going to take this tree that I picked up at Michael's. It's a Recollections embellishment, and it's already got the foam tape on the back. And I'm just going to add this to the front of the card and press down. So there you have it. There is your quick and easy, simple Christmas card. So now what I'm going to do is, this also came with some little stickers. So I'm going to add these on the card, and then I'm going to come back with the finished quick and easy card. Okay everybody, so I am back with the finished card, and as you can see, as I said before, you don't necessarily have to have a die cutting machine or even dies to make a Christmas card. This card was very simple to put together. I did use my card creator spellbinder dies to put my layers together, but I also gave you the measurements, so you should be able to do this too. So what I did was I took the tree, which was an embellishment, a Recollections embellishment, and put it on the card, and then I took the little stickers that were available to me and just embellished the tree, embellished the card, and I even embellished the rickrack with some of the stickers. And this was all popped up already on foam tape, so it makes my card look 3-dimensional. So now what I did for the inside was I did measure out using my Card Creator Spellbinders die letter A, and I'm going to give you that measurement. So if you want to make this card, you'll have the measurement. So this piece measures 3 5/8 by 4 7/8, and then I took these tags that are basically journaling tags by Recollections, and the name is the Botanical Noel. I took one of those and added it to my layer. I also embossed my layer here with the Christmas tree Cuttlebug folder. And if you don't have that, then you don't have to emboss. You can just layer down, and then once again use some embellishments. So this tag, once I removed it from the pack, I went ahead and took a dollar stamp that I picked up in the dollar bin at Micheal's and embossed Warm Wishes using my Recollections clear gold embossing powder. Then I took and added a flower that I also picked up in the dollar bin at Micheal's, and they look like this. I apologize for the glare. And I added that to the center of the hole where the tag was, or is. And then the last thing I did was take some more embellishments that I've gotten at Micheal's, and they came on a sheet like this, and I've used some of these in a previous card, and I added that to each corner. So that's it, everybody. This is the quickest and simplest card that I think I've ever made. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.